Well, ceramic implants might be good, bro, but they're also so expensive, and my patients wouldn't be willing to pay that much anyway. So, honestly, I think ceramic implants aren't of any interest for me. So, today I want to discuss if this claim is actually true. I will compare the real costs of titanium and zirconia implants, and at the end of this video, I will share one crucial fact that could completely change the way you think about it. And by the way, it's not intentional that this one is so small. It's just not my fault that they built their titanium models so small. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Tobias with our next part in this mini-series about debunking common myths about zirconia implants. When it comes to choosing the right implant for your patients, aside from all the pros and cons of each material regarding their properties, the supposedly high price of ceramic implants often discourages dentists from choosing them. And if you look at the current pricing, you might agree with this assumption at first glance. You can buy titanium implants for as little as 100 or 200 bucks or even less, whereas ceramic implants like Straumann Pure or SDS are sold for 500 to 600 bucks each. But to be fair, you need to compare apples with apples, like I often say. High quality titanium implants like Straumann's BLT or BLX line with their SL active surface still cost a decent amount of money, even though titanium implants have become more or less a commodity product with millions being produced and sold every single year. Ceramic implants, on the other hand, are still a niche product, although their numbers are growing rapidly as more and more people are willing to invest in their health and opt for the best and most biocompatible materials. So let's break it down, the real numbers, and compare a top-line titanium implant with a similar ceramic implant. For a titanium implant, you are looking at around about 280 to 300 bucks before tax. Ceramic implant like Straumann's Pure line or SDS would cost you 500 to 600, so almost double the price. So the argument seems right, it's much more expensive, right? But the devil is in the details, as it's often the case. So let's take SDS as an example, because it's the current world market leader selling the most ceramic implants per year, and so it might be the equivalent to a Straumann on the titanium side. Their one-piece implant currently costs 499 US dollars, and the two-piece implant is also 499. But if you take the one-piece implant, that's it. After it heals, you prep it like a tooth. You can do your impression or your scan as you would do with a natural tooth, and the lab doesn't need to buy a single additional piece to manufacture your crown. With the two-piece implant, the 2.2, you have the implant and the little peak covering screw is included. And the only additional thing you need to purchase later is the post and a small peak screw, and that's around about $235. So the post is 180 and the peak screw is 55. So altogether, you're at $735. But as a little side note, as the post gets cemented into the implant, you could save on the 55 bucks for the peak screw because you don't actually need it. But let's say you do everything as it's meant to be, then you are at $734 for the two-piece implant with the peak screw and the post. And again, you later prep it like a tooth, do your impression, your scan and so on, and the lab just treats it like it would be a natural tooth. So how is it with titanium then? Let's say you place a bone level implant, though it's almost the same if you would use a tissue level implant. So let's say you pay $290 for the implant. Then you need a healing cap, about 15 bucks. Later, after the re-entry, you would need a gingiva former. That's another 30 bucks on the list. An impression post or scan body, around about 40. The lab needs an implant analog and a lab screw for around about 50 bucks. And for the final restoration, you need an abutment or a tie base and an abutment screw. So that's another 120. So adding up the costs, all these parts total 545 plus tax. And the amount may vary depending on the specific system you are using. So that's even a bit more as you would pay for the one-piece ceramic implant, and it's a little bit less than for the two-piece implant. And we haven't included the costs for the re-entry procedure itself. So to be fair, we would have to add those costs as well, making titanium even more expensive than the compared two-piece ceramic implant. So when you do the math correctly, there is little to no difference between titanium and ceramic when it comes to the overall price. Titanium could be even more expensive if you calculate all the associated costs like the re-entry procedure. But here comes the fun part with zirconia. With ceramic implants on the customer side of the equation, you are entering a niche of very health conscious patients who are willing to invest in their overall health and longevity. When it comes to the price your customer or patient pays for the overall treatment, you can charge higher prices for ceramic implants than for titanium. So with titanium, you are one amongst hundreds or even thousands of competitors in your area, or as I call it, a commodity dentist. By offering ceramic implants, you become one of the still few specialists on the market. So when you combine the laws of market economics with supply and demand, along with customers who are willing to invest in their health, there is an immense opportunity here. And as I promised at the beginning, here is some crucial knowledge that might change your view on this topic even further. Study conducted in 2018 by the University of Basel in Switzerland and University of Munich in Germany asked patients if they would prefer ceramic or titanium implants. And the result, 80% of the patients said they would rather choose ceramic even if it came with higher costs compared to titanium. So it seems the only one worried about the slightly higher price when buying the actual implant is you. And that's only the short-term perspective. Those of you following already for a longer period of time know what comes next. Because if we also consider that after 10 years, up to 50% of your titanium patients might have to deal with some form of peri-implant mucositis or peri-implantitis, which means you also have to deal with the follow-up appointments, costing you time, money, and in the worst case, your reputation. The real costs of titanium far exceed the slightly higher initial costs of ceramic in the long run. I mean, of course, you have to invest some time and acquire knowledge to make the transition from titanium to ceramic implants smooth and profitable, but the sooner you make the switch to the future of dentistry, the greater your growth potential will be. That's why I have two ways offering you my help and assistance. If you want to learn more about many advantages of ceramic implants compared to titanium, you can not only subscribe to this channel, but also take advantage of the following. The most important and crucial factor for your patient's health, as well as your reputation and revenue, is that peri-implantitis simply doesn't exist with ceramic implants. Therefore, I've made a free mini course for you showing all the scientific facts and reasons why zirconia is, in my eyes, such a revolutionary material and will be the next evolution and revolution in implant dentistry. To watch this free course at no charge except 30 minutes of your time, just click on the link in the description box below. And if you're already placing ceramic implants but struggling at a certain point, or you want to switch to ceramic implants but you don't know where to start, you can simply call me. Yeah, no joke, I cut out some free spots every week to talk to you on a free Zoom call and check if and how I can assist you on your journey to become a real ceramic mastermind. I will link this free opportunity as well in the description box. Just click on the link below this video or go to my website tobiassteinherr.com and schedule your personal call. I would love to help. So rethink your assumptions about zirconia if you had any doubts so far, because always remember, if we can do better, we should do better.